Oh, apparently I'm still signed in on my mom's computer because I'm commenting as myself. Hi, Mom. You'll need to log back into your own account. Okay, so if you see me in the chat, it's very possible it's actually my parents. That's from the weekend when I was over there. If you're still watching, Mom, don't worry about it. Just fix it later. Oh boy, technical difficulties. That's fine. But today, for day 8 of our bedtime stories, we are going to read Monsters, Inc. Christmas Laughs. The reason I knew is it said our name, and then it said, we, all 3 puppies. Oh, we, all 3 and puppies are sitting and waiting with great excitement. Said by OurDidneeSide. I didn't write that. All right, let's get into the story. It was Christmas time, and Mike Wazowski was busy working on the Monsters, Inc. laugh floor. The monsters collected laughs from kids by telling them jokes. Then these laughs were turned into energy for the city of Monstropolis. However, there was a problem. A lot of kids were away on vacation, which made it harder to collect laughs. Mike was worried there wouldn't be enough power to light the Monstropolis Christmas tree. Come on, monsters, he called. Think funny. But the laugh meter wasn't even half full. Just then, Sulley, Mike's best friend and president of Monsters, Inc., showed up. How's it going, Mike? He asked. Fine, fine, Mike answered nervously. He didn't want Sulley knowing that they were running short on laughs. Sulley looked over at the laugh meter, but before he could say anything, Mike guided him toward the door. The monsters work even harder at being funny. One monster even juggled 7 plates and spun another on his head. The kid watching him broke into giggles and clapped wildly. The laugh meter quickly filled up. George, a big furry orange monster, sat on a stool next to a little girl's bed, holding a microphone. Hey, is this thing on? Hello? George said, tapping the microphone. Good. Why did the monster eat a light bulb? Why? The child asked. He needed a light snack. The little girl roared with laughter, and back at the laugh floor, Mike watched the meter grow steadily. We might actually make our goal, he said, hopefully. All of a sudden, the monsters watched in horror as the laugh meter started going down instead of up. What's going on? What's happening? Cried Mike. This has never happened before, said Smitty, one of the other monsters. Well, don't just stand there, fix it, said Mike. The monsters sprung into action, and after a while they discovered a leak in the laugh tank, where all the laughs were stored. They were worried that all their hard work had been for nothing. Oh no. Ho, 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 came a cheerful voice. Mike looked up and saw Santa Claus walking onto the floor. Then he realized it was Sulley dressed up. I'm just getting into the Christmas spirit, Sulley explained. But then he noticed no one else looked very festive. It looks like I'm the only one. What's going on? Mike explained the problem, but assured Sulley that he had everything under control. I'm sure you do, but I'm going to see if there's anything I can do to help, Sulley said to his friend. Sulley and Mike made their way to the basement where the other monsters were hard at work. Everyone wanted to get the tank fixed as soon as possible, and time was running out. The tree lighting ceremony was only a few hours away, but the monsters couldn't agree on how to fix the problem. One of the pipes that led into the laugh tank has burst, explained Smitty. We need to tie it off, but none of our tools are strong enough to turn the pipe. Suddenly, Mike had a great idea. Why not actually tie it off? Since Sulley was so strong, he could bend the pipe into a pretzel shape. Mike stood next to Sulley to coach him, and sure enough, it worked. The pipe stopped leaking. Mike and Sulley headed back to the laugh floor, and everyone congratulated Sulley. Mike wondered why no one was thanking him. It had been his idea, after all. But there was no time to think about that. We're back up and running, he announced. Let's make some laughs. All the monsters got to work. They knew they'd have to work extra hard to make up for all those lost laughs. Sulley decided to help out. Hey, we've only got a couple of hours to get the tree lit, he said. Still dressed as Santa, Sulley went through a child's wardrobe door. When he came back, he looked at the laugh meter. It was increasing, but very slowly. We've got to make it, Sulley said to Mike. Finally, the laugh meter was back where it had been before the leak, but time was running out. Then Sulley had an idea. The only way we're going to make our laugh quota is to get some really over-the-top laughs. He continued. We need a special kind of monster, one with perfect timing, star quality, a natural at comedy, a one-eyed sensation. Mike realized that what Sulley was trying to do. No, Sulley, absolutely not. The Christmas tree lighting is a half hour away, Sulley told him. Come on, Mike. The whole city is depending on you. That was all Mike needed to hear. Let's do it, but you're coming with me. Together they went through a door. Sulley still dressed as Santa, and Mike dressed as an elf. Mike started off with some of his best jokes, and while the kids laughed, it wasn't as much as they'd hoped. He realized he was going to have to try something else. He picked up a sack of toys Sulley had brought, but it was far too heavy for him. Whoa, he exclaimed as he tripped and landed upside down, spilling all the toys everywhere. The kids howled with laughter and begged for more, so Mike happily tumbled and tripped for them again. Mike and Sulley made it back to the laugh floor to watch the laugh meter hit its limit. Later at the tree lighting ceremony, Sulley leaned over and whispered in Mike's ear, You did a great job. Thank you. Mike smiled. You know what I always say, funny doesn't grow on trees. When you got it, and I got it. Sulley laughed. He was happy Mike had it and shared it. It was going to be a bright Christmas after all. The end. That was a really cute story. I like that one. So thanks for tuning in for day 8 of our bedtime stories. Hope you guys are enjoying them. And if you want to see me stumble through yesterday's video, yesterday we read The Sweetest Christmas with Winnie the Pooh. There's a whole bunch of these. Every time these go live, they're still available afterwards, so you can enjoy them for however long you want. So if you just want to listen to a bedtime story, they're there. You can share with friends and family if you would like. So thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. I'm going to end the stream here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.